Hello friends and welcome to the Saitama Snacker channel. My name's Dean, I'll be your host. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research before investing. So folks, looks like we're finding a little bit of support here, hopefully. Back up about 7% from yesterday. And at one point in time, we were up about 10%. So I wouldn't really say this is a huge recovery, but hopefully what we're doing here is finding a baseline, some support. And those of us who are holding are kind of saying, you know, I'm holding. I'm not going to let my tokens go for this price. If people want them, they're going to have to come get them, and it's going to be at a higher price. Okay. So the overall Twitter space and the Wolfpack have been fairly quiet today. We'll take a look at a couple things, but let's jump in, take a quick look at what's going on with fundamentals, and we'll take her from there. So currently, holder count sits at 315,595, an increase of 533. Our rank has jumped back up as our market cap has increased about $100 million from yesterday when I wrote it down. So, it's about on a 24-hour scale. That bounces us back up to about the 80th spot out of all cryptos as per our market cap and comparing against CoinGecko.com's top 100 cryptos. Our price, 704, and volume, 20.8 million. Okay, so this volume for the last 3 days has been better, and that helps a little bit with the burn, and it helps with reflections. Our burn's still sitting at 56.16, but getting close to ticking up to 56.17. Our burn speedometer would suggest it would take 96 days to burn 1%. That would be about 3.8% per year. And the 10-day average of the burn is at 4.48. 3.1 trillion tokens burned in the last 24 hours. So let's take a look at a couple things that are going on. First and foremost, I think it's important to remember where we are, okay? And we're going to get some perspective in a tweet from Russ, but I'm looking at the most visited cryptos on CoinMarketCap, and scrolling down, you see Saitama number 20, okay? This is a good thing. We want people to maintain a high level of interest in the project. With index tools, let me get a refresh here and see if we move up any. With index tools, we're ranked in the hot pairs and currently sitting number 10. But this has been in the top 2 and 3, number 1 at some points in the last couple of days. So there's still quite a bit of attention focused on the token. And that's something that we not only want now, but we want it forever. Okay, the more attention that the token has, the more news we have, the more the more we're the talk of the town, the better chances that the project continues to flourish on the long term. Now, there's a lot of people, I'm seeing it, and I'm in total agreement that the Saitama launch has not gone well. The development team will fully admit to that. This is not going the way that they had hoped. But they're still making progress on it. And for those who I see who are saying, it's all promises and nothing's ever happened, it's just kind of silliness. If you look at this tweet from Russ, this is pretty interesting. So this is a retweet essentially of something that went out in July. And so this is July 21st, 2021. We're about 6 months removed from that. Look at where we were 6 months ago. The volume was around 500 million. Now we're talking, or 500,000. Now we're talking 20 million, and some days as much as 100 million. The market cap, fully diluted market cap, was 13 million. 13 million. Okay, now the fully diluted market cap is 4 billion. Okay, 30 million, 4 billion. That's a massive, massive increase. Let's go back and look at those. The holder count, 4,676. This is actually very close to where the TARP project is right now. And I'm sure if you ask Justin and Matt with the TARP project, how would you like to have 300,000 holders 6 months from now? They would be thinking that would be incredible. and best of luck to them on that. But from 4,000 holders to 315,000 in 6 months, a top 100 token. Okay, so it's really not giving credit where credit is due when people say, well, this project hasn't done anything, the development team hasn't done anything, it's all empty promises. Folks, it's a top 100 crypto, okay? The Saitama launch has not been good, it has not been smooth, but they're going to get on top of it. The app is working great for people who can access it. They're going to get that sorted out, and then we're going to start really seeing, I think, the next push for a big price spike as volume increases and people have the ability to trade on the Saitama platform. Okay, another thing that we still need to remember. So on one hand, in 6 months, we've accomplished amazing things. On the other hand, we have so much more to do and so many huge catalysts that could really push this to the next level, okay? So here's kind of a meme. We got Logan Paul and you got your Tesla founder over here, Elon Musk. Took me a minute to drag that one out of my memory. And what they're showing here is Shiba and Doge listed on all these major platforms, Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, and Crypto.com. And Saitama, not on any of them. Okay, so you could look at that as a negative and say, well, see, we haven't got anything accomplished. But what I can tell you is these major exchanges are being more and more selective about who they're willing to bring on because of the sheer number of new projects that have come to the market. And so once we get the Saitama out and we see the volume start picking up on this, I think you're going to, continue to see a rise in the rankings in the top 100, and it's inevitable that the major exchanges will list the coin. So we've accomplished a ton in 6 months, but what's still out in front of us? There's a lot of these guys. What's your next trick, Doge? Dogecoin, they've got all the major listings. They're on Robinhood. What are they going to do next? Well, quite frankly, I don't think they're going to do anything because they don't even have a development team. It's just a meme coin with a big community around them. Shiba Inu, there's some things that they're certainly working on there, but most of their major catalysts are gone. And so they're going to have to really come through and create some things. As a wolf pack, what do we have to look forward to? Major listings, the Saitama wallet. There's some big things coming. So I think there's a lot of reasons to still be very excited about where we are, where we've come, and the future is bright. Okay. It's just a matter of time here until Max and the app developers clear out whatever problems there are that are preventing us from using the app properly. And we're going to be back off to the races. That's my hope. Okay. Reflections in the last 24 hours. Okay, my current 24-hour reflections were 31 million, which puts me just under 3 billion in total reflections from November 21st. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions again about how do I get reflections? People don't believe they're getting reflections. There are a few places that if you're holding them, you may not be. I have tokens on the Bitmart exchange and I don't get reflections there. Okay. I know people with LBank are getting reflections. People who are using DeFi wallets are getting reflections. And most people in cold storage wallets, such as myself, I'm holding my tokens currently in the Ledger Nano X. So Ledger Live is where I interact with my tokens. And that's where I check every day to give you guys a report on what my reflections are. So one thing that you can do is make sure you write down what your number is, okay? Look at your token count, write it down. You don't have to wait very long. It could literally be a minute. But if you wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you write it down again, if the number is the same number, if it hasn't changed, the platform that you're on may not be giving reflections. Some of the centralized exchanges like LBank do their reflections periodically in batches rather than in real time. Whereas on the DeFi platforms, they're coming in real time. So I can refresh mine once a minute and I can see the token count moving up. Although it is more subtle because it's a small fraction. Over 24 hours, it's millions. but over a few minutes, it might just be a few thousand. So make sure you actually write your number down. Folks, I hope you're having an amazing day. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's stay positive. Let's keep backing the people who are supporting us. And hopefully very soon we'll have the Saitama wallet, the ability to start trading some tokens, and to get Lily launched, which I'm still very interested to see how that goes. I hope you're having an amazing night. You guys check back with me soon. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.